Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Ragin' Cajuns offense will get the first swing today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better.
Oh, that one's picked off.
What a job by this defense. Really confusing. The quarterback jumps in front of it, and they come up with an interception to get this game started. The question I have, Chris, can this quarterback, with all this hype, put that one behind him and get ready to play a good game the rest of the way?
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wide out. And it's complete downfield. Using a strong stiff arm. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open scoring. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
NC State comes to the line quickly. They'll feed the back again. He shreds the tackle. And that run produces a decent gain. Here comes the up-tempo offense. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Finds room at the 30. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Caught quickly. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Ball handed off. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. The Raging Cajuns have 1st and 10 here. Takes the toss, heads to his right. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Ranks up at 1st and 10. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Chris, it's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. NC State comes to the line quickly.
But the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. Punt team ready to boot it away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team in field position. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll try a pass here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34. And one final play before the end of the quarter. An inside give now from the shotgun. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So far, it's NC State on top here. We reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. NC State comes to the line quickly. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
NC State now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
And he will score. Touchdown, NC State.
Man, that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's brought down just across the 25-yard line. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's hit as he throws it. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel and understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game, all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much of a return, but the pick ends a scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. There you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So it's second down and long here from the 13. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's reeled in. It's Montgomery, refusing to be brought down. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play.
Holding, offense.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Montgomery. And they get him down after the completion. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Trying to extend the play. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
And here comes the punter onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Toss play, back heads to his right. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Getting set. Here's second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. Big guys up front line up. It's first down. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
It's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team to just keep chipping away.
Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. This offense has been clicking so far. But they get aggressive, go for more before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's got it. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He's running out of time here. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. NC State getting set with a first and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And a senior making a disruptive impact play. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Quarterback drops back. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And they'll get him down that time.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out.
That pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Now, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And looking to throw now on first down. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Catch is made way down inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns.
Boy, this is a huge score. Not only to cut into the lead, Chris, but just psychologically to be able to score like this. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments, you get ready to make a big comeback now in the second half.
Team on now for the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
The Ragin' Cajuns will kick this away to get the second half going. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. Already a 2-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. NC State comes to the line quickly. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
He's moving out of the pocket. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Well, that's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far, but one mistake could potentially...
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game film. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball almost every time they had a possession. They were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on third down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. And here's the handoff. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. On the run here, lets it go. There's another interception. They're losing track. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. NC State comes to the line quickly. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. That's solid run, good for first down yardage. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Makes the defender miss. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a third and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Now that is stepping up by by this defense and coming up with a great play. Now, 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack, backs against the wall, they get this sack, and now forcing them into a possible field goal, and that's a win for the defense. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return starts from inside the 5. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane, so this drive's going to start with decent field position. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held onto the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. He makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. So far, it's NC State on top, Kirk, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. As we head to the 4th, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes a quick grab. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Fires it to the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for a 1st down and goal. Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Louisiana. Still plenty of life left. Kirk, you look for rust, you look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. 2nd down and goal upcoming. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And the comeback continues. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Return of 1 down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the NC State offense back out on the field now. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. NC State comes to the line quickly. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times, and you should focus more on preserving the lead.
And the result is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So after the safety, it's now a free kick coming up. They'll punt it away from the 20. Field it at the 25. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. Here comes the opening play of the drive to begin from the 33. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Testing the right side here. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense has picked up the football going the other way. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Wolfpack. The defense adds 6 points. That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe pick it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught for the completion. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Chris, positive yards are always going to help you. These guys got a long way to go to get themselves back into this game. But you put positive yards in back-to-back plays, you start to get some confidence going and believe you can do it.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Louisiana. And the comeback is on. So here we go. Fourth quarter. Cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Coach deciding to go for 2, trying to cut this lead to a field goal late in the game. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And this is caught. Could be an important 2-point conversion to get within a field goal here in the late stages. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. They bring him down after a short gain there. NC State comes to the line quickly. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Here's the second down play. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
I'd like to call here third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's tackled after the catch.
Let me tell you something, Chris. That is a great play by that defender. You're talking about one of the elite receivers with incredible speed, with space. He's got room to shake and get free and pick up more yards, but a great tackle in the open field right there to prevent it.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? He's going to pull it down and run. And they'll scramble for a first down and importantly get out of bounds to stop the clock. That's a smart play.
Well, the defense had an opportunity here to really kind of seal this game, and instead they allow the quarterback to scramble to pick up some big yards and get a first down and get out of bounds.
The Raging Cajuns line up on 1st and 10 now. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle, picks up the first down. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
And it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
So second down after the incompletion. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Defense is coming after him. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's looking to scramble. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a fourth down play. And the offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining. Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Caught. Completion. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. They're playing hurry up, but they're already in range for a game-tying field goal. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can.
Brings up third down.
So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And now with just 2 seconds remaining, this field goal attempt to force overtime. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And the game now tied here in the final quarter. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime here just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite. See if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
They're going to run it here. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator to go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. They strike first in overtime. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. First down. Looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Bringing pressure. There's a shot toward the end zone. He tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this.
Oh, and it's a huge overtime interception.
Oh, no. Oh, that is a tough decision by this quarterback. What a mistake. And now it's simply the kicking game. This defense better come out and be ready either to get a turnover or push this line of scrimmage back as far as they can.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.